What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm SwipaCam. Welcome to the channel. Y'all, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to build this community together. So, I just got done watching the Denver Nuggets playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves on December 15th, 2021. And boy, the Denver Nuggets lost the 14th game of the year, 107-124 to the Minnesota Timberwolves, because the Minnesota Timberwolves, I kid you not, had the best shooting night in their franchise history. Best shooting night in franchise history. The Minnesota Timberwolves hit 16 three-pointers in the first half. 16 three-pointers by the Timberwolves in the first half. It was nonstop. It was a barrage. The Denver Nuggets were down 75-61 at the end of the first half. The Denver Nuggets were also down 32-40 in the first quarter. The Timberwolves came out 40 points. The Denver Nuggets gave up the most points they've given up in any half so far this year, and it took an astronomical shooting performance for them in order to do so. For instance, Anthony Edwards had 38 points on 14 of 21 shooting, 66%. And 10 of 14 from the three-point line. Anthony Edwards, the last 10 games, has shot 30% from three. He was 30% from three. He's shooting 33% on the year from three-point line. Not a good shooter. And he hit 10 three-pointers today. Today, that's the most three-pointers in a game in the NBA period this season. He was 10 of 14 from the three-point line. Steph Curry ain't even done that this year. Karl Anthony Towns had 30 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. His 12 of 18 from the field, which is 66%, 3 of 7 from the three-point line. And he also was 5 of 5 from the free throw line, was making jumpers, all that other stuff. Also, D'Angelo Russell was 3 of 8 from the three-point line. Patrick Beverley hit 3 three-pointers in the first quarter. Patrick Beverley, the most three-pointers he had ever hit in a game so far this year, was 3. He had 3 of them in the first quarter, didn't hit a single three-pointer the rest of the game. Jaden McDaniel, 3 of 6 from the three-point line tonight. Naj Reid, 1 of 3 from the three-point line tonight. All in all, Minnesota Timberwolves shot 23 of 48. I believe that's a franchise record. 23 of 48 from the three-point line and 51% from the free throw line. In the first half, at one point, they were shooting 65% from the field. And they were shooting well over 54% from the three-point line. So it is what it is, man. The Denver Nuggets didn't shoot bad. They shot 36% from the line and 45% from the field, and they lost 124-107. It is what it is. You know, I had somebody on Twitter, at me and say that the Denver Nuggets, the reason that they let Anthony Edwards go off like that because they don't have a wing defender. And I'm just like, y'all, sometimes we just get so emotional, like you really believe what you're saying. And Anthony Edwards is a good player, but he's literally never shot like that. In college, he wasn't shooting like that because he went to the University of Georgia, I know. And then on top of that, in the NBA, he's never shot like that. So when you get an opportunity where somebody is this hot, Aaron Gordon was playing good defense. He was hitting like between the legs, dribble, step back, three-pointers. When you're in that kind of a zone as a team like they were and you're hitting those kind of three-point shots, the thing was they slowed down in the second half, but that gap was so large, the Nuggets get to the end of the game and it's like, look, man, coast it. By the way, got to touch on this. It looks like Marcus Howard really hurt his knee. Marcus Howard playing really well for the Nuggets tonight. And he lost control of the ball on the sideline. He kind of had a little bit of a split going on because he just like lost balance. And then literally, I think it was Jaden McDaniels fell into his leg and bent his knee in. And so it looks like a knee injury. The way he was writhing in pain. And then on top of that, he couldn't put any pressure on it afterwards. You know, you don't want to speculate ACL, MCL, PCL, but the Denver Nuggets have already lost Jamal Murray with an ACL. And by the way, the Minnesota Timberwolves announcers kept saying that Michael Porter Jr. is out with an ACL sprain, man. Do your research. I mean, I don't know too many people that don't know that Michael Porter Jr. has had back issues. So why would you how was that missed? That was just really annoying. Michael Porter Jr. is out because of a back injury. Jamal Murray is out for ACL. PJ Dozier is out for ACL. Will Barton looks a little nicked up. Now Marcus Howard looks like he might have an ACL injury, which is out for a year. Right now, that's 4 players basically on IR, if this is for football terms. And again, somebody else on Twitter, Can the Denver Nuggets blame this on their training staff? There's literally nothing you can do about an ACL. Now, again, there are certain things you can do. Let me not say that, like mobility, side to side, lateral movements and all that. But Jamal Murray hurt his knee because he planted very hard, awkwardly. PJ Dozier fell very awkwardly on a layup where he was overdoing it and fell backwards onto his leg. That's not a mobility drill. Same thing with Marcus Howard today. Somebody fell into his leg. Can't do anything about that. Will Barton just gets nicked up. So just one of those nights, man, where you're just like, look, man, you eat it. You're 14-14. It is what it is. It's not what you wanted to see. Not the results you were hoping for. The Denver Nuggets are again tied. They're a game and a half behind for 6 now. They're 2 games behind for 5th. And they are 3 games behind for the 4 seed. And they're tied with the Mavericks at 8. So, not ideal. Jokic had his 63rd triple-double of his career. He had his 5th triple-double or 6th triple-double this season. 27 points, 35 minutes, 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. He should have had a triple-double last game anyway. 11-16 from the field, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, and free throws, man, he's 3 of 5 from the free throw line. I really don't know what's going on with him with his free throws. He's career 83%, shot 86.8% from the free throw line last year. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be his wrist. It's just concentration. He had one that was really short tonight, too. He looks like he's just lacking some confidence at the line. So hopefully he picks that back up. They play in Atlanta on Friday, so get a chance to get a break. But triple-double for Yoke. Monte Morris, 15 points, 5 assists, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Jeff Green tonight, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 8 from the field, 0-1 from the three-point line, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. And Aaron Gordon, 8, 4, and 1, 2 of 6, 1 of 3, 3 of 4. And Will Barton, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And Yoke was minus 17, Morris minus 20, Green minus 22, Gordon minus 28, Will Barton minus 18. The bench was a minus 4 for Facu, plus 4 for Najee, plus 8 for Chanchar, plus 3 for Howard, plus 4 for Bull. Peter Cornelly, plus 4. But again, all that was garbage time. There's nothing you can really say, man. The Nuggets just had a really tough matchup with them today. The Minnesota Timberwolves were determined to come in and snatch and really end their 12-game losing streak in Denver. And they hit the most threes they ever have, and that's what it took to win by 17 tonight. So, it's just one of those things, man. It's basketball. It happens. It's not that big of a deal. It's nothing to sweat about. Don't worry about it. You just move on, keep it moving. The Denver Nuggets will play in Atlanta on Friday. They're both 14-14. Then they play against Brooklyn on Sunday in Brooklyn, and then they play against OKC at OKC, and they're back in Denver next Thursday. So, you all, that's going to do it for this episode. Another triple-double for Yoke. Again, let me say that he looked really good tonight. He was hitting some jumpers, great passing. Yoke, in the first quarter, had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Again, he was on his way to another monster night. But there's not much you can really do, like I said, about the shooting. It's just the shooting was so overwhelming that every time they got within 12, they got within 9 at one point, but then it literally just went back up to 15, 16 points. And then when they did have a chance, the bench was in, and the bench wasn't scoring points. So Yoke looked really good tonight. Played hard, played good defense. Karl Anthony Towns was hitting shots. And again, he typically doesn't play that well against Yoke or against Denver. But tonight, it was their night. So, give them their credit. They came out and they did what they needed to do. They put up the points, and now they're moving on. The Denver Nuggets are sitting at 14-14. You all, we will be back on Friday. I'm going to see y'all soon.